Have we as a society lost the plot? I mean, lost the purpose of life, why we're here? Have we lost contact with ourselves, with nature, with how we really feel? You know, I took some time recently to really ponder this within myself. And this actually came because of a comment I received on my last video. You see, I was talking about how I had took a couple of weeks away from meditating personally in my own personal time. And I received a comment. I don't want to call it a hate comment, but it was critical, and I feel like it was someone who did not really watch my channel. But they're saying things like, who are you to tell us about meditation if you hadn't been meditating in this and this and this? And it didn't feel targeted specifically to me because I believe like they were talking about like, oh, how come all you people on the internet are like this? Like, it didn't feel targeted to me. But I used it as an opportunity. I said, okay, why had I been stopped meditating? And the answer comes down to something very subtle that a lot of people go through in their lives and they don't even realize it. And it's something that I had gone through for a long time in my life. It's the reason why I couldn't enjoy certain things in my life. And that was a pressure that I had put on myself. A pressure to be perfect, a pressure to do things right, a pressure for our futures, in a sense. You see, I had asked myself, what is it about meditation that have made me stop doing it? And I questioned, do I not like it anymore? And I asked myself, why do I meditate in the first place? And that is where I found my answer. Because my answer had shifted from, I enjoy meditation, to, I do it because it's good for me. To improve myself, to be better, to be this and that. And that is where I caught myself. And I realized, if you are doing something, especially something you love, and you say you're not going to do that now because you're doing it because you want to do it for a purpose, to be better, to improve yourself, that is no longer you doing it because you love it. It takes the love out of it. It takes joy, the emotion, the passion, the life. It takes the life out of it. I didn't realize that because I had previous businesses in the past and they weren't my passion at the time. But I took the life out of it because I turned it into something where I needed to be perfect. I needed to be certain results. It became no longer fun. It became work. And I turned my meditation into work. Do you understand? Work. And it no longer was meditation. It was work. See, the whole point of meditation, well, there is no point. But we're here. We're being present. We're enjoying life. We do it. Like, we meditate because we like it. You understand? It's a natural thing. And I think a lot of people do it or get tricked into doing it because they think it's good for them. And whether it is or is not, that's not what I'm here to debate or say. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're meditating to improve yourself, to be better, you are doing it for a future gain. Meaning, you're not doing it for now. You're not doing it for the moment to enjoy it here and now. You'd be doing it for a future gain, for a future you to be better. Do you understand that? I'll give you another example. As a kid, I loved skateboarding. Before I had a car, it was my only mode of transport, and it was the only time I felt free. When I was in the streets, when I was in downtown, skating down the streets, wind in my hair, like, it was free. I felt so free. It was just me and my board and nothing else in this world. And that is what I enjoyed about skateboarding. But I think, there was this perfectionism I had in myself where I wanted to be good at things. I wanted to have everything be right. And so I fell out of love of skateboarding because I felt like I had to do all these tricks right. I had to do this right. I had to do that right. Because that is what other people told me. People told me, the society, culture, even myself back then. I told myself I needed to be a good skateboarder or else it wasn't valid, right? Like, it was almost like I wanted that validation from other skateboarders. And, this translates to other people in other ways in life. And maybe even you can resonate with that, wanting to get validation from other people or society. Because, let's face it, society kind of has this imprint on us when we come into this world, and it makes us think that we're supposed to be certain ways. And if we don't fulfill that, maybe we're not valuable. But here's the thing. When we shift out of that and we come back to ourselves and say, I create my own validation, society, other people can't tell me what has value for me. I get to choose it. So if I like to skateboard and I like to skate in the streets and that's my thing, it shouldn't matter if I know how to do a tray flip. It shouldn't matter if I know how to do this trick or that trick, because at the end of the day, it's my art, it's my enjoyment. So I'm not going to strip that life out of it, that enjoyment out of it, just for the validation of others, for the expectation of others, because other people have told me I should do it like this. And I wish, like, if there's something I could have told, I want to say, like, if there was something I could tell a younger myself, I would tell myself this. But in a way, I feel grateful that I've learned in that process, and I can look back and say, oh, that was what was wrong. That was why I was not enjoying those things, is because I felt like I had to do everything right. And I caught myself this week realizing, like, I wasn't meditating because I felt like I had to do it right. I felt like it needed to be for the betterment of myself, because I have this platform. So I was supposed to meditate and do it like this and be like this, rather than just enjoying being here and present. And that's like, I don't know. Wow. It set me in, like, a reminder, like, no, I'm allowed to enjoy the things I do. I'm allowed to have fun in life. I'm allowed to play. I'm allowed to live. Not everything is, being the right thing, doing the right thing, having everything perfect, and, meeting up to these standards, that is literally like the hustle culture, grind set. Like, that is robot shit. Like, complete your task. If you do or don't is what determines if you're valuable or not. That's like machine thinking, machine behavior. And I feel like that happens a lot just because of work culture or just society in general. When you think about, like, the school system we're raised in, we're taught that certain grades are good, certain grades are bad. So if you know nothing about a topic and you take a test and you do bad, that is looked upon as bad. So a lot of students, they just cheat because, let's be real, what matters is getting the score, not about learning the information. So in the same way, it has taught a society that results are the only thing that matters. Doing things in a very specific, rigid way, the way that you're told, the way that society tells you, is the only way. And that is what determines if you're valuable or not. No. Take back your own power. Come back to the present. Enjoy what you like. Do what you like, what you want to do. Because guess who is experiencing all of this? Are they experiencing your life? All that judgment, all that things that they tell you, who you are, where you're supposed to be, are they going to be facing any of the repercussions? Are they going to be the ones experiencing that life? No. So fuck what they say. Who fucking cares? Like, I'm just being real with you. Like, who the fuck cares, bro? And if it's come down to like you putting those personal expectations on yourself, like, just take a step back and be like, whoa, have I turned my joy and my passion into work, into something that, like, have I taken a life out of it? You gotta ask yourself that 100%. Because here's the thing. If it is your passion, it is your joy, it is something that you love, you care about, you have so much fun and joy doing. When you take the life out of that, what does it become? Soulless. It becomes nothing. It becomes monotonous. So what I would recommend to you is come back to that point of joy and just doing what feels like what you want, what you like. Don't get caught up in the trap of thinking everything needs to be a certain way. Like, forget about the milestones, because at the end of the day, here's what I believe. The enjoyment should come first, and that should be your ultimate baseline. The ultimate gratification is the one that you get from doing what you love. Okay? Secondarily is the external results, the gratification you receive from other people, because that is secondary. One, you can't control that. But two, that shouldn't be your leading and determining factor. It should be how you feel on the side and how you like it, how you want it, how you feel and enjoy doing it. Secondarily, other people and their opinions and how they like it. Okay? I want you to really sink yourself in that and remind yourself of that. And listen, if you feel like maybe that's tough for you and you don't understand, I get it. Let's meditate together. Not out of needing to be a certain way, but out of enjoyment, out of exploration, out of discovery and finding out what this is and coming back to ourselves and learning about ourselves. You understand? Actually, no, fuck all that. Just because we want to. Straight up. Just because we want to. So for real, if you want to do that, join me. I got a Patreon. Links below. Join me. I have live meditations. We can talk. You have any questions? Whatever. But regardless, if you take anything out of this video, anything, be present with what you love, what you care about. Be present with it and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because no matter what results you get out of, whatever external results you get out of the work you're doing, your passion, your joy, those are going to come anyways. So it's up to you whether you want to focus on the external or the internal validation. Because those external results are going to come either way. But the joy, the life, the soul of your experience, that is what you should focus on. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I want to hear from y'all in the comments, man. One love.